Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. All right, and we're live. Guys, welcome back to the Opinionated Audience podcast. Almost messed it up for a third time. Her name's Luis. This is the beautiful Michaela.
Hi.
Today we're going to pay some respect to some fallen men in the friend zone. I do think that a lot of, women when they dress up and they do all this makeup and they get all dolled up to go out, I think it's to seek male attention.
It depends on what your relationship status is. If you're single, if you're married, or
I
if
agree.
you're
Yeah.
messing with someone. Obviously, if you're going out with a particular someone, you want to impress them, not really the people around them. And if you're just going out with the girls, you want
Well,
to
it's
impress everyone else.
yeah, if you're in a relationship and your woman is dressing nice, it's kind of like arm candy for you. But if she's going on a girls' night out and she's dressed to the nines, or for example, if the girl's in a relationship and she dresses up to the nines when she goes out, but then at home, she looks like bummy, then obviously she wants some male attention.
But I look bummy at home.
Uh, there's a definition for bummy. I don't think you look bummy. I think you look comfortable. All right.
Okay.
But I think we could both agree that women use um, currency. Their currency is attention, and they love to get attention from men. Hopefully, it's positive attention, like "Damn girl, can I buy you a drink? Damn girl, you want to dance?"
But on the flip side, I think it's the same way for men. They dress up to the nines to go out to the club. They put on their best chains, their best fake chains,
Well,
so
it's
that they can
because yeah,
impress
it's
women.
it's like peacocking, right? Women want the guy that seems the most successful. Look at my feathers; they're so bright. Look how great I am. Look how successful I am. Look at
That's
this
true.
Lambo that I just pulled up in. It's a rental.
I mean, I don't think that why do men dress up to go out in public?
Like
Like
how's
why do men in these clubs
mhm.
look like I see them with chains and with little earrings and little like fresh cuts and like little, you
It
know.
it's peacocking. They're peacocking, they're showing their feathers, trying to get the attention of the women, but not the same way. Like, they want the woman to be like, "Man, he's got it together. Look at all the stuff he has." Women just want the attention
So why do
without
men
necessarily giving up anything in return.
so why do men dress bummy at home?
Well, I don't really know many men that dress bummy at home.
I define bummy as like sweatpants,
But if you think about it, right, a guy doesn't put on makeup, right? A guy doesn't
Some of them do.
those aren't the guys that
It's
women want.
2021, baby.
Those aren't the guys that women want. I promise you. And if they wear makeup, they're not guys I hang out with.
I'm just saying, like it is a natural instinct for either sex to want to look nice for either sex. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to attract
Right.
for if it's a male's trying to attract another male, they dress a certain way. If the male wants to attract a female, they dress a certain way. And it's the same thing for females. Like
So this is the guy. Oh, he's
Like Maggie.
gonna be in
I think
pain.
probably the cutest one that I've interviewed. I got a job to do, but I would totally talk to you long.
Right, so
We're tossing numbers? Is that what it is? Tossing. So, I mean, okay.
so I don't think that the
Ooh.
girl came to the bar with that guy in the background. I feel like I got the vibe off that background as being like the guy was like approaching the girl in this environment and she was being friendly, she was being nice, but immediately like she friend zoned this guy and he stuck around like a lot of dudes do in the club or like with when they're out in public with a opposite sex and he just was like trying to shoot a shot and then this other attractive guy came in and it was like oh, very bad miss.
So we don't know the entire context of that scenario,
Mhm.
but I think that he is a friend because the way, if we go back to it, the way he was like asking, "Oh, we're tossing numbers," like basically saying, "Oh, you're getting a number," and then he started making this like really sad face, like, I think he was a friend. I think she's keeping him around because he probably feeds, her ego or something, or gives her some like boyfriend vibes without her having to commit to him in a boyfriend girlfriend kind of relationship.
I mean, that's a scenario you have to consider, but also you gotta consider how this girl is dressed and, like, the environment
Oh
that they're
yeah, here,
in. Do
let's go
you
show
think that
it.
she really went out with this guy and, like, they've been friends for a while? Like,
Like, look at the sad desperation on his
I feel
face.
like it goes back to that peacocking scenario we just talked about, like, this guy he felt, intimidated by this other, taller, more attractive guy, and he started,
Absolutely.
joking around in order to feel secure about himself, and that's sadly how a lot of men do. Like, they make a joke out of the situation in order to bypass the fact that they are getting
Used.
used,
Used for
friend
their
zoned.
attention, time, and energy.
I don't drive R8s, I don't like those. I drive a Daytona and I tinted the windows. Came
All
from
right, so it says male privilege is wearing the same outfit multiple times to events while girls can't wear the same dress twice no matter how cute it is. And the reply says there isn't a single straight man on earth that cares if you wear the same cute dress twice. The negative comments will come from other women. I think that is 100% true.
The bottom part is, yeah, I think women are one of the most judgmental, species that exist, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, their idea of value comes in how you dress, how you talk, the way you hold yourself, etc. And, even in high school, like, we're taught a certain way on, like, dressing and the most impressive clothes in the most popular manner. Like, I remember in high school we used to have there was this phase that all the girls went through where they would put, like, a little feather in their hair, and it was, like, just a different color feather from the rest of their hair.
We're in the 1920s.
No, this was, like, literally, what was it, 4 years ago? I was in high school?
Jesus.
But and that was the phase that they were going through, and if you didn't have one of those feathers, you weren't one of the popular crowd, and they looked at you differently, and that's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, it's different for men, like, this girl, whoever posted this, like, if that's the way she feels, then
Well, I think a lot too is a lot of women they project how they feel as to how men feel. And the fact is like she may have at some point gotten um harassed or whatever by her female friends saying, "Oh my god, you're wearing the same dress again," when in reality most straight men don't care or
mm,
maybe they don't even notice
yeah, because you guys just don't be paying attention.
because we don't care. We don't care if you wear the same dress 2 days in a row.
I feel like that's,
Merch.
I mean, it's to be argued because if you notice a girl because the way that her features are, for instance, she has a plunging neckline on a particular dress that she's wearing, you're gonna notice that plunging neckline next time you see her in it, and then you're gonna put these pieces. Oh, I remember that dress was blue. Like, that's the way you guys think.
So
You
if a guy does notice a girl's dress, it's probably because she looked good in it, and he's like, "Damn, I remember she looked really good in that red dress."
right? So they do remember. They
If
remember
if
what
they
you
remember,
wear.
they remember how good they look, but they're not gonna be like, "Oh man, she's wearing it again. Ugh, all right, next." Men don't care.
That's true. That
Yeah,
is
it
true.
comes from women.
They really don't care. Like, they wear the same socks twice in a row.
Who's they?
Men.
Sometimes.
See?
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's laundry day. All right, next clip.
What's the male version of a cougar? A pedophile.
So, what does that make a cougar?
So that's a really good point because it's just shaming language. Like older women, they're upset because the men that they want are picking younger women. So they try to shame men into saying into like believing that they shouldn't pick a younger woman, that they should pick an older woman because look at me, I'm great. Like if I'm an older woman, right? You're 23 and I'm 43, you're my competition. Why would I want the guy that I want to not pick me when he could have you? So it's shame. It's all it is just shaming language to make men feel bad for being biologically attracted to younger women.
I mean, I think the girl that spoke on it, though, she looked fairly young, but I mean, I can't really judge. I don't know how old she is.
Who the second lady?
No, the first one.
Yeah, she had a mask on. We couldn't really tell.
I think it goes back to how attractive you are as well, like we talked about last week. If you see a 70-year-old man in a crowd, right, and he looks like he's got his shit together and he looks very rich, very, well off per se. And then you see a man with the same age, 70 years old, sitting, a couple seats down. He looks middle class and looks like not as well off. And let's say that both the men asked one female in particular, for her number. Which one do you think she would get the more pedophilia vibe off of?
Oh, for sure, the guy that doesn't have his stuff together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it goes back to how well off a man is as well. It's
yeah, for sure. The difference between getting hit on and Sexual harassment is how attractive the guy is.
Yeah, in some
I
scenarios.
said what I said. So I think that is its entire own argument. I think that is 100% accurate. Like, if a woman does, once his seed leaves his body, he has no more reproductive rights towards that child. It's 100% in the hands of the woman. And if she wants to keep the child, that man is on the hook financially. But if he wants to leave, he's called a deadbeat. He's called a bum.
Tell that to Drake.
Yeah, right. But then they don't look at the other side of the coin, where if the man wants to have the child, right? He wants to be a father, but she doesn't want to keep the child. Too bad, it's not your body, right? That's the whole argument. So it, it is crazy that men are labeled bums and deadbeats because they don't want to be a part of a kid's life,
That is true. It's my body, my choice.
right? Unless you're a man.
Unless you're a man.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Hey, hello, what are you doing? I'm sorry, baby. Government rules. I don't like them any more than you do. Maybe when I'm back, we can go on a date to the range or something. You can't just leave me here. This is so fucking unethical. You can't just leave me here. Oh, shit, you're right. I almost forgot the trigger lock. 1 minute.
That is hysterical. That I remember hearing that argument years ago, saying, I wish I had the same rights as a gun, right? Because it's constitutional to be able to carry. And this goes to show how I guess oblivious some people are to gun laws. Most states, they require you to keep your bullets and your actual handgun or whatever weapon it is completely separate, locked up. You can't have it in your car. You can't have it in your nightstand. So I thought that video was pretty funny.
I mean, I think it just goes back to how willing women are to be victimized, and I it makes no sense to me because they complain like we as women. I'm not gonna say they because I'm a woman too, but we complain because we don't have this or that or this or that men do. When in reality, I'm pretty sure that we've come so far since 30, 40 years ago. We can do just what we can do the same things men can celebrate things the same way that men can celebrate. Like, we get the same jobs as men do.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? Why would you compare gun laws to
Because it's easy to be a victim.
exactly. They just
It's easy
you want to be
to
victimized.
Yeah, it's easy to cry woe is me, and this has become more frequent when we live in a country that doesn't, you know what I mean, where people have so much free time and no real world issues, right? Like poverty. Poverty is an issue in America, obviously. There's people that are poor, there's people that are starving, but I mean, compared to the rest of the world, America is very well off, and these aren't those people that are struggling like that. They need to find something to be a victim of.
They need to find some importance, I guess.
Yeah, some people
Like,
just
they
need
need to
to
feel important in
be a
some
part of
way.
a pack, part
Yeah.
of a group,
Yeah.
kind of a deal.
But I don't think that all women realize that they're ruining our image, like when you put that stuff out there, it doesn't go away. Like,
Well, in the same token, what rights does a man have that a woman doesn't?
that's what I was just saying. Like,
Right.
we're literally equal in every right.
Because the whole feminist movement started because women couldn't vote, women couldn't buy land, they couldn't drive, right? They couldn't own any property.
Women can play football now. Like, next season, NFL, they're on the
Oh, that's
field.
gonna be a
Like,
whole separate episode.
congratulations, guys, you did it.
A whole
You're gonna
separate
get
episode.
annihilated.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you have any videos you want us to review, I'll put a link in our email below so you can send it to us. All right, guys, take care.
Bye.